Welcome to today's edition of Crypto Corner at InvestorIdeas.com. News on what's driving the cryptocurrency market. Hello everyone, this is Sam Mowers here. Welcome to episode 873 of the Crypto Corner podcast. Crypto Corner was recently named one of 14 of the best crypto and blockchain podcasts by the site Your Oyster, that's Y-O-R-E Oyster. You can check out this list along with a write-up about Crypto Corner over at youroyster.com/blog/best-crypto-podcasts. For news today, Coinbase has published a shareholder letter, and Hut 8 and Bakkt have announced updates for the second quarter this year. But just before we get into the news today, a quick reminder that if you enjoy this podcast, to please feel free to share it or leave us a review. And as always, I recommend checking out some of the other podcasts on InvestorIdeas.com. This includes the Cannabis Podcast, the Clean Tech and Climate Change Podcast, along with many others, all of which will bring you up to speed on the latest stock news and trends in their respective spaces. Alright, so Coinbase, which trades on the NasDaq under the ticker COIN, has published its second quarter 2022 shareholder letter. As compared to Q2 2020, the company's monthly transacting users have grown from 1.5 million to 9 million, its total quarterly trading volume from $28 billion to $217 billion, and its assets on platform increased from $26 billion to $96 billion. An excerpt reads, quote, "Down markets are not as bad as they may seem. Yes, it can feel scary and near-term financials can be heavily impacted. That's why we have worked hard to build a strong balance sheet to weather the storms. We began investing in less volatile revenues during the last crypto down market and are pleased to see the continued growth of our subscription and services revenues. Down markets are builders' markets where many casual competitors step back. At Coinbase, we are optimists and are focused on building great products and services for our users. We are incredibly proud of the speed of product deployment and the recent feedback we have been receiving from our customers. We have conviction that if we continue to focus on building the right products and services, we will emerge stronger than before." End quote. Moving along, Hut 8 Mining Corp., which trades on the NasDaq as HUT, has announced its financial results for the quarter ended June 30th, 2022. Highlights include a revenue of $43.8 million, the mining of 946 bitcoins, and the installation of 7,199 new MicroBT M30S, M30S Plus, and M31S Plus miners at the company's Drumheller, Alberta, Medicine Hat, Alberta, and North Bay, Ontario facilities in Canada. Jamie Leverton, the CEO of Hut 8, said, quote, "We have been anticipating market volatility for nearly a year and took proactive measures to successfully navigate the current downturn through the balance of the cycle. Our continued growth in digital asset mining operations and in our Bitcoin reserves, coupled with our first full quarter generating uncorrelated fiat revenue in our high-performance computing business, has positioned us well to drive future success." End quote. Lastly for today, Bakkt Holdings Inc., which trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol BKKT, has announced its financial and operational results for the second quarter ended June 30th. Highlights include a net revenue of $13.6 million, the continued signing up of new banks for crypto capabilities, and a strategic alliance with Visa to provide solutions to the latter's extensive network. Gavin Michael, the president and CEO of Bakkt, said, quote, "We are proud of our second quarter performance where we delivered robust revenue growth with Q2 net revenues up 60% year over year and maintained a strong balance sheet with over $315 million in available cash and other highly liquid assets. Our strong platform and compliance-first approach enable us to withstand challenging markets and continue to execute against our roadmap, working closely with our partners to fully integrate our capabilities and help bring them to market." End quote. That does it for today's Crypto Corner. If you would like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website, and this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products, services, or securities. Investors are reminded all investment involves risk and possible loss in investment. To hear more InvestorIdeas.com podcasts, please visit InvestorIdeas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Audible, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and most audio platforms available.